There is a proverb that says, "Desperate times call for desperate measures." And that is what America is doing to save a failed megabridge in Texas. Well, to get the full gist, join us on this gripping journey as we uncover the efforts that have been made to save this massive structure and understand why time is of the essence in this critical race against the clock. With that said, let's dive in. In Texas, they're building the new HarborBridge, which will be one of America's longest cable-stayed bridges, spanning 506 meters across Corpus Christi's ship channel. However, construction was halted midway due to safety concerns that could lead to a collapse. Now, the project is way over budget and past its original 2020 deadline. Officials are urgently working to solve the nearly billion-dollar problem, as many people depend on the old bridge daily. Now, before we go further, let's quickly look into the history of this project. You see, Corpus Christi is a mid-sized city in Texas and home to one of the largest U.S. ports. Adaptation has been a key aspect of its history. For over a century, the city has played a vital role as an entry point into the country, evolving alongside global changes. After World War II, the city faced the challenge of accommodating the rapid growth of the oil and gas industries. Consequently, the port required a wider passage and a larger bridge to facilitate ship traffic. This led to the construction of the original HarborBridge, which was one of the state's most significant engineering endeavors. Notably, the bridge was built without the use of modern computers and featured a massive through-arch structure, enabling supertankers to access the port and triggering further economic prosperity upon its opening in 1959. Over the subsequent 50 years, the bridge served Texas well. However, its design only accounted for a 50-year lifespan, and with the passing decades, it has once again become outdated compared to the size and capacity of contemporary port bridges, which lead the government to build a new harbor bridge. The new HarborBridge. Currently, the state is constructing a new bridge to accommodate larger ships, improve safety standards, and reduce maintenance costs. The old bridge will be demolished, and a new bridge, along with over 10 kilometers of roadways, is being designed and developed. The new design will feature a modern cable-stayed bridge, with the road deck supported by cables connected directly to pylons or towers. This is different from a suspension bridge, where the cables spread out across a suspender between the towers. On the new HarborBridge, cables will stretch from the towers to the road deck, providing 6 lanes for traffic and a shared path for bicycles and pedestrians. The deck will be an impressive 62 meters above the water surface, ensuring ample clearance for the large incoming ships. Construction of this bridge began in 2016, with an original completion date set for 2020. Now, in 2023, we find ourselves with a partially built structure, and the reasons for this are quite significant. Firstly, the bridge's construction was halted not once, but twice. The first pause occurred in 2019 after a tragic pedestrian bridge collapse in Florida, resulting in fatalities and injuries. Surprisingly, the same engineering firm, Fig Bridge Group, responsible for the Florida bridge's flawed design, was also working on the new HarborBridge in Texas. Later, investigators examined the Texas bridge designs and decided to replace Fig with new firms. Construction finally resumed in 2021. However, as the bridge began to take shape, an independent study conducted by a third-party group discovered 5 critical safety concerns that could lead to a potential collapse. Thus, construction on the main span was once again halted in 2022, and the project's budget skyrocketed from approximately $800 million to nearly $1 billion. Now, the HarborBridge is not the only one facing challenges. Developers worldwide are encountering increased risks. All states and State Farm have ceased insuring new properties in California. Some experts fear that commercial real estate could be the next sector to experience difficulties, potentially causing economic shockwaves that may affect real estate investors. Now, here's exactly what went wrong with the bridge and how they're addressing it. The first issue concerns the foundation system. The north and south towers of the bridge rest on a large concrete slab, each supported by a series of 64-meter drilled shafts filled with concrete and steel. These shafts are responsible for transferring the bridge's weight onto solid ground. However, investigations revealed that certain conditions, such as high winds, could compromise the shaft's ability to support the pylons, potentially leading to sinking into the ground. To tackle this problem, the team is extending the foundations and adding more drilled shafts below each tower. This modification will increase the capacity of the foundations to hold more weight without sinking. The second issue involves the tower's support system. These support systems rest on a group of piles to evenly distribute the weight to the underlying elements, similar to gripping a handful of straws closely together. The problem is that the piles could bend and shift out of place above the concrete. To address this, they are creating more space underground to prevent the piles from bending and slipping. The piles will be moved deeper underground, supported by the newly drilled shafts implemented as part of the first solution. The investigation revealed that the demand on the piles exceeded their loading capacity significantly, which could have potentially resulted in the bridge's collapse. Now, the third issue is related to the delta frame design, which plays a crucial role in a cable-stayed bridge. This component bears and transfers the weight of the structure onto the cables, similar to a mast on a ship. Building code mandates the use of non-compressed steel throughout the delta frame to enhance its strength. However, the investigation revealed that the HarborBridge design lacked the necessary reinforcement, making the structure susceptible to cracking. To address this problem, engineers are enhancing the connections by roughening the concrete surfaces and adding rebar that crosses the interface. This strengthening measure aims to ensure the integrity of the delta frame. Another setback, which is the fourth issue, was related to the uplift happening at two of the piers. Uplift means that instead of the weight transferring down into the cables near the towers, it was causing the structure to rise. This phenomenon occurs when external forces like wind or soil cause a structure and its foundation to move and lift. With the current bridge design, the bearings were not capable of controlling this uplift movement if it occurred. This could lead to loose connections and other maintenance problems. To address this, engineers added rebar to the last two segments on both ends of the bridge. They also made modifications to some of the external bearings to prevent decompression and better handle potential uplift occurrences. Furthermore, the fifth issue arose due to how the cranes were positioned during the construction of the main span. Unfortunately, this placement made them weak to high winds, which in turn could cause certain parts of the incomplete bridge deck to twist. To address this concern and prevent any potential movement caused by adverse weather conditions, the workers are taking action by adding counterweights. These counterweights will help balance the structure and ensure stability during windy conditions. By implementing this solution, they aim to safeguard the bridge and enhance its resilience to challenging weather conditions. But that is not all. You see, in April 2023, a new issue surfaced during the construction of the new HarborBridge when one of the cranes caught fire. The fire resulted in injuries of two workers due to falling debris. The incident raised concerns, and the cause of the fire is currently being investigated to prevent such occurrences in the future. As authorities continue to investigate and address the situation, it remains vital to prioritize safety in construction projects like this, ensuring the well-being of workers and the integrity of the infrastructure being built. The work to repair the new HarborBridge is just beginning, but given the aging of the original structure, it's crucial to get it right and do so quickly. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. Thanks for watching. Now, if you have topics you want us to cover, let us know in the comment. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.